Hi Heisters, Kiana Miner here. Welcome to day 56 of the Happy Heist. So today I want to talk about the difference between yes and no. And this difference isn't just theoretical. I want you to actually pay attention to what happens to my mouth when I say no, how closed it becomes. No, no. And how open it becomes when I say yes, yes, yes. And so, as we look at the difference between what happens to our mouths when we say no and when we say yes, I want you to understand that it's so much deeper than that. How we move our mouths, because our bodies are such a magnificent metaphor for our lives, how we move our mouths is such a great indication of how we move through our lives. So when you are constantly saying no, you are closing yourself off to life. And a great symbol of life is the breath. And so when we say no, we're actually closing the vocal cords and we're preventing air from exhaling from our body. And we're also preventing air from coming into our bodies and expanding our lungs. So we're contracting and we're preventing the breath of life from entering into our bodies. So that's kind of the deep explanation of it. But when you say no, you're really closing yourself off from inspiration. Literally, you're closing yourself off from inspiration. So I want you to say yes more in your life. And for today's exercise, I want you to simply look in the mirror and I want you to see what you look like when you say no and when you say yes. And once you see the difference, I want you to say yes at least 3 times. Yes, yes, yes. Look yourself in the eye and say yes. And when you do this, you're really opening up your body and you're saying yes to life. And look for more opportunities in your life where you can say yes. You know, a lot of times we find ourselves in situations where we're saying no a lot. And no becomes the language of self-preservation for us. We have to say no to other people, to situations, to more overtime or more work. We have to say no in order to preserve ourselves. But I'm wondering if you can put yourself in a situation, in a space, in an environment where saying yes feeds you, where it grows you, where it makes you feel alive. If you're at a job or you're involved in activities or you're in a social circle where you have to say no for self-preservation. And we've all been there, and maybe a few weeks back I encouraged you to say no to other people so that you can take care of yourself and fill your own cup. But now I want you to look at your environment differently. I want you to think about, what if I had an environment, a work environment, a family environment, a social circle of friends, a social circle of activities, where saying yes feeds me, where saying yes fuels me with energy, where saying yes feels good. So think about that. Think about that as you move through your life and all the different roles that we play in life. What if I was surrounded by a space that invited me to say yes? I would love to hear how this activity went for you. Leave me a comment below. I love you, Happy Heisters, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.